Hey guys, a huge cheating scandal has just hit the news. It is big. It is probably the biggest ever news in terms of chess cheating over the board. So let's dive into this. Let's analyze this. This is fresh news today. I'm playing in a tournament currently in Almaty, Kazakhstan, and I was driving to the venue and I saw this announcement that Grandmaster Kirill Shevchenko, who is currently top 70 in the world in classical and used to be top 40 in the world, has been expelled from a tournament in Spain due to the fact that he has been deemed to have been cheating in at least two of his games. This is crazy. You might have heard the story of Igor Rausis from Lithuania, a veteran senior player who got caught on the toilet with the phone. He got photographed on the toilet, so like caught red-handed. With Kirill, the story is a little bit different, but shocking nonetheless. To give you some background, Kirill is a very strong player. He is 22 years old. He is from Ukraine, but currently represents Romania, shifted federations. A couple of years ago, he has played for Romania in the Chess Olympiad. He has defeated many top players from all over the world. He's number 89 in the world currently in FIDE rankings. He used to be even higher, used to be in top 40. And never in history of chess has a player been caught red-handed with cheating at such a high level. There were some insinuations, but never such cases over the board. Yes, you might have heard about Hans Niemann. He has confessed to cheating, but online, not offline, not over the board. And he was much younger back then and not that much high rated. This is crazy because I've spoken to some chess players already about this, and they are in shock because nobody that I've known has suspected Kirill. Recently, there were some suspicions by none other than Vladimir Kramnik, former world chess champion. Check out the podcast with him on my channel, by the way. It was fascinating. Quick disclaimer, I don't agree with Kramnik in many instances. But turns out he was probably right, or could have been right in one of the instances of cheating allegations, accusations, insinuations, whatever you may call it. Kramnik recently in his Twitter posted another interesting, as he says, piece of statistics, showing that Kirill Shevchenko, that very guy, won the title Tuesday, weekly tournament. You probably have heard of it, with 10 out of 11 points, I guess. Scoring wins over tremendous players, 2 draws and 9 wins out of 11 games. And Vladimir Kramnik wrote that it's unbelievable. Kirill never shows such results over the board. So he insinuated that something is fishy. And everybody on Twitter was defending Kirill because, well, it can happen. A good tournament once in a while. Yes, anyone, if you're a strong GM and you are strong in Blitz, and Kirill has won some over-the-board Blitz events, so such people can sometimes win title Tuesdays. It's not out of the ordinary. Maybe it is a little bit unexpected, but it can happen sometimes from time to time. But then it was like a week ago, and now we get this piece of news. What exactly happened? It is believed that Kirill may have been using a cell phone in the toilet during his rounds. He has played 2 rounds. It was the Spanish League, a team event. He was playing for one of the teams. And he played against Amin Bassem, I think, a very strong Egyptian, I think, grandmaster, and Francisco Vallejo Pons, a Spanish grandmaster. And he won one of the games. He drew the other, but both opponents were feeling that something is fishy because he kept going to the toilet for long periods of time. And finally, he got exposed. I'm taking a look at the article. So there was a phone in the cubicle where he was frequenting that exact cubicle. He is reported to have entered just this cubicle, not other cubicles. Even when he appeared at the toilet, and there are several cubicles, some of them are free. That one, his favorite, is closed. Somebody is inside. He is reported to have been waiting to enter that very cubicle. And after his opponents made some claims to the arbiter that something is wrong, he's been missing for too long. All the time he goes to the toilet. Somebody has checked, and in that very same cubicle, they have found a cell phone with an handwritten note in Spanish. This is all in Spain. And the note says, I'm sorry, I never learned Spanish, so sorry for the accent. No toques. El teléfono se dejó para que el huésped contestara por la noche. So in English, it's don't touch. This telephone has been left so the owner can answer it at night. Sorry for my Spanish. Again, I speak English, German, French, a little bit of Chinese, but no Spanish. So don't touch. This telephone has been left so the owner can answer it at night. Why? Have you ever left your phone in the toilet, in a public place? And it has been reported that it has been there for two rounds, 2 days. So maybe somebody has forgotten one day the telephone, the other day it's again there, and the arbiters have checked. And this handwritten note is reported to be in the same style of writing as Kirill's, because chess players during tournaments, they write notation, they write their moves. This is a tradition, this is a rule. So they checked, and it seems like it's his handwriting. So he hasn't been caught red-handed like Mr. Rausis, the Lithuanian player who was photographed on the toilet. But still, this is very suspicious. I want to believe that maybe he got set up. Maybe this is a setup. Maybe he just had some problems with his stomach, and some enemy of his, planted this phone in the cubicle. But this seems very, very unrealistic, and the arbiters have already conducted investigation, and they have kicked Kirill from this tournament. They have annulled his results, so he used to have 1.5 out of 2 points. Now he has 0. Both his opponents, Basem and Vallejo Pons, get technical wins. And I don't know what will happen to him now, because FIDE has not reacted as of the time that I'm recording this. Just a couple of hours have elapsed. But it seems like they will probably, if it's all true, and if they confirm the allegations, that they may strip him of Grandmaster title. This is what has happened to Igor Rausis, if I remember correctly that story. And Igor Rausis was banned from playing any FIDE events for 5 years. I remember a funny story, maybe not so funny for Igor. Rest in peace, he's already passed away, unfortunately. So he reportedly loved chess so much that even after this ban, 5-year ban from any over-the-board tournaments, he dressed up during COVID. He wore some mask, wore some disguise, and dressed up like it's not him, and enrolled in a tournament somewhere over the board, and he was exposed after several rounds, and he got kicked out of the tournament. So that's about Igor Rausis. I don't know if the same thing happens to Kirill, but most likely he'll also, if this all is proven correct, again, maybe there's been some mistake, some setup, but if this is all true, he may face a penalties such as being stripped off from his Grandmaster title and being banned from over-the-board tournaments for some significant period of time, maybe several years, maybe even for life. I don't know. I haven't read the FIDE charter on this. And I'm not sure if there is like a definite norm. If you are experts on this, please write it in the comment. How should FIDE proceed here? And there is no like definite proof here, right? So there's no photo of him being on the toilet, on the phone. And even if he used the phone, maybe he was just reading Reddit posts. I don't know. So it's also prohibited to use phone in any capacity during a tournament game. But if he just was like watching some memes, it's a different story than if he was using the engine. But of course, the latter seems much more probable. Even though I want this to be false, because he's a young guy. He's just 22. He is a promising chess player. He has won many events, and now there are many questions. Did he cheat in other events? Did he cheat in that title Tuesday, which Kramnik found interesting? One instance doesn't mean that he cheated everywhere, but it raises some questions, right? If a person is capable in principle of cheating in one event, then probably he has already like crossed this line, like crossed the Rubicon, so to say. This threshold, the moral decision has been taken that he's okay with wrongdoing, with playing it not by the rules. And I'm afraid that this is the same question that arises sometimes in respect of Hans Niemann. Did he really cheat just 2 times, just he said? Because when he was a kid, because if a person is in principle okay with cheating, maybe they are okay with cheating not 2 but more times. I don't know what to believe, and I don't have any opinion on the Hans situation. But in terms of like Kirill, another thing that comes to mind is that this is such a lame way to cheat, if he did cheat, because a phone on a toilet, really? Like, today, technology has advanced so far that you can cheat in principle. I don't want to give cheaters any ideas, but I'm sure that they already have. You can have some implants in your body that send you signals in Morse code, for example. You can even, you remember these memes about inserting something in your organism. I'm not sure if this is exactly some toys that people insert in their organism. I'm not sure if this is exactly the case, and anyone uses them, but it is better than a phone on the toilet. It is more discreet if you don't want to get caught. There are some other ways to cheat. For example, some discrete signals. I remember this case. I think some players in the French team, 10 plus years ago, there was a scandal because somebody was sending signals going around tables in a specific fashion. You go around a certain table number 3, for example, you go around it. This means this particular piece, you go around that table on the other side of the playing hall. This means another thing. So there are creative ways to cheat. If you use other people, there are millions of creative ways to send signals. If you don't use other people, at least you can use some discrete tech, not a phone on the goddamn toilet. This is amateur stuff. So this is what is even more strange, that people who cheat, the chess players, very clever guys with high IQ, they don't come up with clever ways to cheat. Maybe most of them do. Maybe that's why nobody has gotten caught yet. Maybe there are other people who are very clever about cheating. I don't know. I hope that the problem is not as widespread as some paranoid people or cautious people think. But I've spoken to many top chess players, including on my podcasts. And I will not name names, but several at least have told me in private that they are worried about over-the-board cheating, that they have significant suspicions. And I used to think that they're all a little bit, maybe not paranoid, but maybe too cautious, too distrustful of people. But maybe sometimes they are right. At least in the case of Kirill, they might have been right. Still, there has been not definitive proof. I don't want to get into legal trouble by saying anything, but it looks like there is a high probability of something being very, very, very much wrong. And I'm shocked. And I'm also shocked that this has happened in a not so much not such a significant tournament, not a life-changing tournament, not a World Cup or some tournament that lets you qualify to the candidates. No, although Kirill has played such tournaments as well. So maybe yes, maybe no, but maybe there was a probability of something being wrong in these tournaments. Although the fact that he used, if he used it, such a ridiculous method shows that probably he couldn't have been using it for a long time, because people have noticed immediately, like in round one, immediately his opponent noticed something is wrong. He's been gone too long to the toilet. So I don't think that he, even if he did cheat, I don't think that he used this method that he has been using it for a long time. But I don't know. I really, and I don't know why people do it, because the stakes are so high. If you get caught, you will lose your job, you will lose your reputation. I want to warn everybody who is thinking of cheating, guys. This is not the way to go. You lose more than you gain by this, and don't do this. I hope that this will be a cautionary tale for everyone, and I hope that the scope of the cheating problem offline is very, very, very small, insignificant. But it might be higher than we thought. Online, of course, the problem is bigger, because it's easier to cheat from the comfort of your home. Although there are different opinions. Like somebody like Kramnik think that like half of people are cheating. Others say no, like small percentage. The truth might be somewhere in between. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about this situation? Please write your comments about it. I will read and answer many of them. And thank you for watching. I hope that the chess world will be not so full of scandals in future. See you in the next one. Stay tuned, by the way. I will record tomorrow a recap of my today's game. It was fascinating. But yeah, I could not record the recap now because too much. It's too much. See you tomorrow, guys. Bye-bye.